football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Usc Trojans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense will have the ball first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like, most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Badgers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Unloads quickly. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Going up top again. They're setting up the screen. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Dupree. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's step back here and think big picture Wisconsin. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Nice effort by the running back. Way to get some positive yards. Nice play call. Still short, though, right? Now it's 4th and short. Decision time. It's not a decision. You're going for it. But what play do you want to run to go for it?
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback adapting. The Badgers pick up the 1st down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin! They put the 1st points on the board.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. They reached into the bag of tricks on 3rd down, and it did not work. And the Trojans will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field. It's O'Neal. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet and rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Barry Johnson. Making a little bit of progress pass there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
They'll run play action. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The lone back's got it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Lots of running room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking downfield, it's Miami. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Works the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
From the gun, the ground game. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Got his man quickly. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. The Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Wants to throw. It's Mayava. That's caught. It's Lemon. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On third down, he drops the throw. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry up. Back to pass on 2nd down. He spins that thing down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Back to pass. It's Mayava. Looking to the big tight end. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, the running back has it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
Wide open spaces. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Sanders. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Got the quick pass. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Here's the handoff. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We'll find out here.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Finds his man, it's Lemon. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Gonna run it, it's Jordan. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Wants to go up top. Nowhere to ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And the Badgers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots.
Touchdown, Badger! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David,
and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. The throw to the outside is complete. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. On the move, he fires. Finds space on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
To the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Lane. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. Finds a crease at the 20. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Dropping back, it's Mayaba. Working that left side now. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Past the 30. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Looking for a gap. It's Dupree. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing that. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Pocket breaking down. Sets up the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He might want another play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
A little screen to the running back. At midfield, he's got room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They'll try to run for it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He caught it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. All down at the 18-yard line, a solid return after that interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You've got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Got it in the middle. It's Mason. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing blitz here. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play.
Turning it on! Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
42 Spider. 42 Spider. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes his way into the end zone for the deuce, and now they're within 5.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Rides the back on the option, the give. Breaks the tackle.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations.
Looking for a deep man. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here comes the heat. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work, everything he did this season.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.